Hey, Dustin. How are ya? And hi, WTF. Man, people come early to watch the show. Very nice. Oh, okay. I have to wait a little bit because WTF's getting an ad. Oh no, that's too bad. Um, but once WTF is here, I can say hi. But I think it's gonna be another 15 seconds. Dustin. Hello. Hey, Jake. Hi. No, you should eat and then challenge. Dustin asks if he should challenge while pizza's in the oven. First of all, you should not. You should pay attention to your pizza. Second of all, you should wait until your pizza is inside of you because then. Wait, is there? Yeah. Because then, you know what happens then? Is your body's going to be digesting the food, and so your brain's not going to be fully operational. So I'm more likely to win. Okay. Enjoy. Jake. We are playing Jake. Okay, we do have sound. Good. I was wondering where the sound went. Jake opens with a bingo. Oh boy. That is a good start. That is a good start. Love to see it. For all you Jake fans and all those of you who like to watch me lose games or potentially come back. Said games. I think the play that I should make here without much hesitation is this one. Despite some fears of potential reoverlaps, scoring a lot of points. It's the best for me. It's best for my rack. Hopefully I can get some 8-letter word down or maybe even a 7-letter word down. So I'm going to play Oxid for 43. And I don't like that. I don't like that. And yes, he did forget to open vertically, so he should be punished. Really should. Hmm. But sometimes bad deeds go unpunished, such as opening horizontally. And I know I'm not supposed to talk about politics, you know. These are Scrabble politics. I think they're okay. Hey, Chess Bunzo. Trying to ignore me. You find you get better luck when you open vertically, of course. Of course. Why are you trying to ignore me, Chess Bunzo? Also, okay both ways. Just a funny play. Jake's like, okay, okay, okay. All right. Well, since I can't say okay, I have to say all right. We have a problem here, and that problem is this G and these triplicate R's. That is the problem, and that's just Bunzo's message because I can't stand you got auto-modded. As well it should have been. Oh man. So, yes. Here's the problem. I have 3 R's and I have a G. There's no overtime. Now I want to play rigor. There's actually a funny Scrabble song that probably nobody in this chat has ever heard because it's totally random, off the beaten path, as Will Anderson would say. But I might want to play rigors here for much less to do better things to the board. Is that too many points? to give up. 4 points. I'm gonna play it here. Oh, it's actually, sorry, the word rigor is not, oh my goodness. The word rigor is not in the, yeah, that's what I get for making this play. It wasn't even the word that I was thinking of. Hey, Mitch Bear. The word I was thinking of was, oops. Hey, Will. Wait, what's going on with my chat? Oh, that's so weird. My chat isn't working properly. Okay, and now if I do this. What? Hey, Blue Skies. Man, this chat isn't working. It's... Yeah, let's see if it works this time. Can I chat in it? Hey, Lola. Okay, I think... Oh, no, it's not fixed. Okay, I'll have to reload that. Yeah, well, I could probably just be in the chat. No, even this isn't working. Sorry, what was I saying? I was saying that there is a Scrabble song that maybe one of you guys has heard. Maybe one. And it goes, I started off with vigor, then you played something. Yeah, I don't know. It was all like an innuendo for a relationship, basically. Okay, let's see if I can fix this. I cannot. Give me 2 seconds. What did he do? Taupe. Let's pop out the chat properly. Why did I exchange the A? Normally, generally, I would say that having 2 vowels and 1 consonant is not ideal. In this situation, I might have wanted to keep the A. But, oh gosh. So many things are happening. I'm gonna lose this game. Almost certainly. So maybe I can just check out. I don't know. I think I want to play Fib. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose this game. Bad attitude. Well, I redrew the queue. Let's see what this says. Sorry. Oh my goodness. That is quite the tattoo that Wander15 just showed me. Somebody printed all of the 2-letter words on their leg. That's a bad idea because the dictionary gets updated. You don't want to fall behind in what twos are valid. You really shouldn't have done that. Oh man. And that's the only reason that was a bad idea, is because the dictionary gets updated. Otherwise, I'd fully recommend getting the twos tattooed on your forearm or leg. Tattooed all the expurgated words. Oh man. All right, so how are we gonna do anything here? This is so bad. What's happening in this game is very bad. And it's all because I played rigor here, riggers instead of rigor. I wanted to I wanted to keep the board open, but in doing so, I left a lane open that Jake utilized to the best of his ability. Uh, I don't know. I have no idea what to do in this position. I have a Q. I can play it for 11. I can play Quip for 21. I can play Equip for 24. I need an S. I need at least a blank. Uh, okay, I think this is the most normal move, so I'll make it. All right. That might be good. That might also not help me. Pink and shorter than your boxer briefs. But in Scrabble tournaments, you can wear what you want. Um, Strategy. I'm not sure. Also, strategy is adding to the debate about tattooing words on you by talking about like I guess it's dress code. So in like chess tournaments, there's a dress code somewhat. I think at least higher, like more prestigious tournaments, there's a dress code. In Scrabble, there's never been a dress code. Um, Digestion is an autonomic process. Okay. Wow. This is a very gutsy move. He's trying to humiliate me. Oh man. I don't think I have. I don't think I have anything. Oh boy. Embraced. Bracened. I don't think I have a single bingo here. Sarcener. Retanced. Yeah, whatever it is, I don't see it. If it exists. Which I doubt it does. So, what's the most normal thing to do here? Um, it's probably to open another triple triple. I'm down 150. Hello, 11 PJMA 5. Good to see you again. I I don't know. We gotta go for it, right? I gotta get tripled on. This might be the most humiliating game of my entire life. This really might be it. I didn't think it was gonna happen today. Really didn't expect it to happen today. But sometimes that's just how it is. That's just how it is. So yeah, what went wrong here? I played riggers. That's what went wrong. Should have just played rigor. Then that rack is so much worse. Oof, 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 oof. I think that's just the gist of it. Yeah, I can't make a pun with that. And there's really just nothing to do here. I'm probably gonna do this next. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. This looks pretty good, but he's probably gonna block there, yeah. I don't think I had anything. This isn't a word. Oh, is it? Unsells? Wait, how did it make my S a blank? And how is unsell a word, but not unsells? Oh, undies is not a word? We were just talking about undies. What is going on? What is going on? So unsells is a word. What about demonless? And why did it make my blank an S when I just plopped it down? Oh, because it probably had already registered that I wanted to make it an S. But it had hidden the blank from me. Allegory. I don't know. I guess I just do. I don't know. I guess I just do like dullness or something. I didn't realize undie didn't take an S. I might not have played. I might have just played undie with one E if I knew that. Yeah. And we're gonna flag if we don't play faster. All right. Oh, the blanks disappeared again. Let's just put it on the board so it doesn't disappear. There you go. All right. Well, we bingoed and we're down 87 points. I don't think that is a good sign. But it means there's some chance of a comeback, I guess. I really thought that undie took an S. What does undie mean? Undie. Oh, bot. Bot, come on, bot. My bot should work. No, my poor bot. There it is. It means wavy. Wow. Okay. Very interesting. Yeah, that second L is such a tease. Would be able to play mobility otherwise. Last night, guys, at Scrabble Club, I played the word fidelity for 194 points. Triple, triple. So this isn't that bad. Hey, Churro. Anyways. There are a few people in the Scrabble community that have Scrabble tattoos. I know at least 2 people that have Scrabble tattoos. I'm sure there are more than just that. But it's, yeah, somewhat common to want to, I don't know, want to tattoo whatever you love on you, whatever form what you love may take. All right, that's a good board control play. I don't really like the idea behind this, but I don't have much time. Maybe I'll just play my or buy. I'll play buy here. Dustin has a tattoo of every one of my emotes. Wow, that is devotion. That is devotion. All right, what is this? Antimony. Isn't there a word with this? Nimation. Anti maintain comitia. But if he plays in this area, the board is completely shut. Demolition almost. Must have demolition. That would be really cool. I could go for that. There's still 2 L's to come. Anyways, I don't want to reveal. Yeah, great play. Anti. Yeah. Animation. I have animation. That's too bad. Guess I do this. All right. Now I'm down 54. So I need this S, but I don't have it. Oh yeah, the question was, how do you have a tattoo of the animated emotes? And Dustin has a response for that. All right, is there some world in which I can like draw the S and come back? 26. I don't know why I put the A there or the O. Hey, Kirchi gifting a subscription to Strategy. Thank you so much, Kirchi. That is so kind. Congratulations to Strategy. I have a minute and a half. I need to draw the S and the H. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? I mean, still, I needed to draw another consonant. Maybe I should have said I need also another consonant. That would have helped. Oh my goodness me. That's really, really crazy. All right. Should I start like trying to figure some crazy comeback route? So I can open a bingo lane up here. Open one over here, which is gonna get easily blocked. Man, with some more time, I might be able to figure something out here. Tat. That's pretty funny. Huh. Oh, how do I pull this off? Oh, what about this? Or Ava? Maybe Ava is better for house. That wasn't what I needed. I needed the blank. Uh-oh. Almost had like some crazy things here happening. But he's gonna try to block, and I'm gonna play Nosh, and yeah, I think he's gonna win by a little bit. Darn it. I actually almost came back. Ihausen. Yeah. Problem was maybe I should have kept the no. I don't really know. Maybe he'll play like even if he makes a play that gets rid of all of like his blank, I'm still I think gonna lose. Oh, unshoe. Nice. Yeah, if only. Like I can play ensue. Okay. The problem is I can't go out with EUE. So I'll have to see what he does. But if I do ensue, it sets up Hob and sets up yeah and HO, which is 24. And this is 25, so that's a total of 52 over 2 turns. It's not going to be enough. Unless the E is in the bag. If the E is in the bag, this might get interesting. But I think still it's not enough. And instead if I play Nosh, which is almost Josh, which is pretty cool, I can then play Q for 10 and then Joe. Is he V stuck? No, he has Van. Do I block that? I don't have any time. Oh, he has girl. Oh, and he has Farl. Oh no, miss it. He has to miss. He has to miss girl to go out. And he didn't miss it. Oh, I could have won that, I think. Oh man. Why didn't I actually could have won that endgame. Oh no. And I had no time. Wow. I should have tried to block the V. Oh, that changes everything. Why didn't I just play like Nan? I didn't think it would be good enough. Good game, Jake. Yeah, I actually had that, I think. Huh. Okay. We have to look at this game. There's no way to analyze yet, but I can do it in my head. I should have blocked Vitiates. Unbelievable. Well played. Dustin, I'll be right with you. Okay, so I don't play Nosh, and I just V-stick. But then how do I score? I think I can just score enough, to be perfectly honest. I play Nan. I play Nan for 3. You play Farl, let's say, for 14. That's probably pretty much the best you have. And I was down. How much was I down? Oh, turn history. So I was down. Man, what was the score? I got 42 and then I got 52. So I had 314. I had 314 and Jake had 354. Huh. So no, so I'm talking about the position right after he played learn. I had the opportunity to play a move before he was able to play Van. I could have played my N here, and that would have made him completely stuck with the V. Instead, I played Nosh and then Q, not realizing that he had two outplays with the R and the L. Oh man, I'm so upset. So instead, what I should do is play for 3. I was down, let's say if I was down 40. Um, I think I was down 50 though. Yeah, no, I was down like 50. He scored 11, 73. I was down 60 actually. But I think I still could have won. I'd be down 74, 70, 71. Um, let's say 24. So that's 40, 46. Then the E's score really well. 36, 13, 23. And then I have an S and a U. Ooh, I have an S and a U. And I need to score 15 to tie. I think I could do that. I score 6 with the U. And then I score with the S. Yeah. Yeah, that was winning. Oh, I could also do Zax's. Instead of playing Joe, I could play Zax's. 19, 21, 23, 28. That would get 28 for the E and the S. Oh no, but he would block that with Farl. Okay, that wouldn't have worked. Anyway, sorry. This is not interesting to anybody but myself. Okay. Good luck, Dustin. But yeah, I had a very, very complicated win, which I wouldn't have had time to wouldn't have had time. I mean, I didn't have time to come up with it, but even if I had, instead of Nosh, played Nan, um, I wouldn't have had time to make all the plays, because the timing isn't instant. Um, yeah, like for example, on ISC and on Wiggles, you could play moves a lot faster. But yeah, play Scrabble still in beta. They're definitely gonna work on that timing. But it was all on me to not get caught so early on and get myself in time trouble. Anywho's, yeah, you shouldn't have won, Jake. Oh, that would have been an amazing comeback. No, you deserve to win. Congratulations. You played really well and defended your lead. All right. So, if we were going first, we would want to play A for 2. Actually, I don't know if that's allowed. Is that allowed on Play Scrabble? No, I don't think it is. They still don't allow playing A on the first move anywhere, even though they should. Um, but now that I'm going second, I could do something like Jagera. Yeah, another horizontal opening. Again, they're trying to humiliate me, these people. I could just play J-O. How much does that hit? B, C, yeah, not much. Not much at all. I could play a do. That seems like a normal move. Jagra is a more aggressive move that you would make after a tough loss. So I'm going to play a do because I'm not convinced that I'm not tilting. Anywho, jaggedest. Jaggedest is probably a word. Jag. I don't think jagger is a verb for jaggering, but jaggedest should be a word. Maybe it isn't, but I think it probably is. And I drew into many bingos. Surreals, sailors, resales. Something's gonna fit somewhere. Airless. Is there another one? Oh, there's a sailor. A reassail? Yeah. Reassail is double double. So that seems like the best move if I were going right now, which I'm not. So Dustin removes that from my radar. And now resales scores as much as reassail. And airless doesn't fit. Sailors fits, but not for much. Surreals fits for not much as well. Okay. So we go with resales. Oh, a soil. A soil is a funny word. That's all I'll say about that. Will's trying. Wander 15 is really trying to get his troll on today. No, I didn't see a sailor and a dues. I looked there and I was like, oh, a sailor, reassell, they don't work with the A. So yeah, maybe I should have considered that one for sure. Maybe or for sure, I have to decide. Should I have considered it just because strategy mentioned it? That was also 82. Yeah, should have considered it. Yeah, Blub. Very nice play by Dustin. Oh, I have a really cool play myself. I mean, I think we have to do this. That's such a funny word. Bimini. Yeah, people love the word blub, and they hate the word moist. I don't get it. What's the difference? It's all about water. That's what I know. Hypo. Hmm. What do I have here? Uh, They. That's an option. I also have the H goes there, so I have stuff like fa. Doesn't seem so great. I have hop, I guess. Same score as fa. What about pyrohe? Is that valid like that? No. And then there probably plays through this I that I should look for. Huh. Maybe there's also fry. Fry is not terrible. It's pretty bad though. Giving Dustin first crack at this huge triple word lane. Putting Y's in triple word lanes is not one of my favorite things to do in a Scrabble game, because the Y can act as a vowel or a consonant. So you can make lots of plays ending in Y where the Y acts as a vowel. And you can make different plays that dump your vowels through the Y where the Y acts as a consonant. So it's one of those letters you don't want to put in a triple or a triple word lane. Hey Tactics. Welcome, welcome. So now I can play this for more than it was before. Oh, well, I should have considered that first. instead of fa. This scores more because it doubles the H both ways. So that's probably my highest score. There's also foray, which is pretty nice. Also in the 30s, whereas Fei was same score. And the leaves are comparable, to be honest. PHN versus PHORN. Huh. Yeah, lots of options this turn. Lots of scoring tiles. Decent amount of wiggle room. So Po, yeah, Po is my highest score. I have Fei for next turn. This seems like an easier overlap to do than this one. Not really sure. They're both pretty easy to score on. But why don't we take points now? And maybe play Fei next, although now we've drawn a V. There's probably some other word here that I didn't see. Like almost profane. But yes. Alright, now we're stuck with this V. I am instantly regretting my play. But we have a nice lead. 60 points, so let's see where that goes. Definitely now I'd prefer to play foray over foy. Or Fei, because I have an extra R. And yeah. So now this is my candidate play for the turn. But the V, I don't want this V. Does somebody want this V? I have a V for sale. I'll sell you this V for an E. Is that a good sale? Selling a V for an E? It scores 4 times as much as the E. I feel like it's a good sale. Yeah, why not? You hate the V. Aw. The V for the G? Oh man, strategy is putting me on the spot. Should I trade the V for a G? Oh, nice. Finding the jag hook. Very well done by Dustin. Would I trade? I think I would trade the V for the G in this position. But don't quote me on that. I would trade the V for a G. Oh no. Sorry. Just it's just right there. It was too good. It was too perfect. Too perfect, guys. I had to make the pun. Hey, you're quoting me. That's what I said not to do. You can't be throwing those quotes out there willy-nilly. I have a reputation at stake here for hating the G. I don't appreciate you just destroying our trust, betraying our trust like that. Wow. Wow, okay. Chat, Churro just asked anyone do the Wordle today. And you know what? Either it's because there's a word in the Wordle that's on this board, or I'm just that boring that you're just wanting to change the subject to Wordle. I like to believe it's the latter, because that would be really funny and savage. If you know, you know. Today's Wordle was Bimini. Oh, okay, so I guess spoilers are in chat. Please don't look at chat. Luckily, people watching on YouTube not only will not have the same Wordle, but they'll also not see the chat. Yeah, spoilers have existed. They have been brought into the world. And I am obviously therefore using logic, not a boring streamer. Because the reason that Wordle was brought up was not because of crickets. Man. Scrabble players, you get $10 million per year, but you have to trade all your V's for a G. Do you accept? Oh my goodness. Do we have a swap here? Yeah. I'm going to plead the fifth and not answer that. All right. So a little quiz for everybody. In this position, if you're looking to be as aggressive as possible and set up your letters that you have on your rack that you know your opponent doesn't have, what do you do? That is my question. While I look for other plays, I will leave you with that question. So, what to do? Vapor doesn't fit. Is there a bingo through the eye? Like pivotant, Vapitron, Parvolin. I don't know. All right, well, I have this play Parvo here. Seems pretty good. And that was your hint. That was your hint that I have the play of Parvo. Now, what do you do with that knowledge? If you know your four-letter words, you can take the P off of Parvo. You play Arvo. Now, I don't know how good this play is. It's probably not very good. But it's still interesting, and it's still important to find these types of plays in any given position. But instead, I might just do something like Van. Oh, I can't do that. Sorry, Nav. Can just do Nav. The problem is I keep a T, so that doesn't really help. Well, I think I'm gonna play Parvo. Thanks, Jake. You rock just as hard, if not harder, than I do. So thank you for the game, and have yourself a nice rest of your evening. Yeah, that was an interesting position. Not really sure what to do. Because on one hand, if I'm playing Parvo, I'm opening up a triple. And yeah, I'm up 100. So that's the range where you start worrying about triples as a threat to your lead. Obviously, it's very difficult to triple through a P, but not impossible, especially with two blanks out there in the wild. So something like Arvo is interesting. This would be a good situation to know how many letters Dustin swapped, which is another feature that will hopefully make it to play Scrabble soon. And that way I can determine the danger of playing Arvo or Parvo. Because if he's exchanged 7 letters, I don't really want to play Arvo, because that just means he can probably just make a play here and score well. But if he's only exchanged a couple letters, that increases the possibility of Arvo being a good play. And yes, playing Tav keeping PNOR is a counter option that I almost put on the board, Binac, instead of Nav, because it keeps a leave that doesn't duplicate on the board. Like none of the tiles in the leave of NORP duplicate with this T or this I. But the leave is a lot worse than the PORT leave. So I didn't really think it was any good to do that. All right. Start worrying about time a little bit. Oh yeah. Thank you, Wander15, for preventing further Wordle spoilers in chat. All right. So I would have a bingo through the A maybe, but I don't see it. A C E G N R T Carnage. Catagen. We could play Catagen for all the cat fans. Yeah, this is actually not great, I would say. I have a G, and there are huge spots open. So, yeah. Not really sure how to proceed here. Unfortunately, no Parvon for reacting, and Parvon. Preact carpet, maybe? Keep the G. All right, you guys all want this. You guys all want me to keep the G. So that's what I'll do. All right. Well, we have ing. And what good does that do us? No good at all. As it too often is the case. Wow, nice play by Dustin. 5-way overlap. Yep. Well, now we have a G. And we almost have words from the B. Warbling, browling, ingrown. I guess we could play wig. Make some weak fishing play, like yaw, which would actually block ignobler, so maybe Jow is better. Carpenter. Oh, I hate G's. I so hate G's. Like, what do you even do with G's? It's just so bad. Why did I do this to myself? All right, awing. Congratulations, you used your G. Thank you, Gerchi, for the two G bits. Putting salt in the wound of having a G. And this B is just still sitting here. He didn't even use a blank. Things are getting heated again. Where I fear the worst is yet to come. Where Dustin's going to bingo again. Eventually. The B is obviously the biggest threat, because not only will bingos with the B score well, they will not give anything back. Unless perchance they put an R, an S, or a D on this spot, a vowel on this spot. Then we can make some sandwichy play in between Dan and whatever said play would be. But yeah, that's very unlikely, to say the least. Root bill. Loot burl. Ridotto. Tortillo. Rototill. Okay, rototill is a word. So if I get some miracle T on the board, I can play rototill. That's not happening. So right now my play is igloo. that is what I see. And we'll see if what Dustin does changes that. Might. If that's blocked, what do I do? Plan B. What is plan B? I don't have a plan B. I need to create a plan B. Because now Dustin's getting low on the clock. Okay. Igloo. All right. We do a blank. That's fantastic. Is there some word here? Rentable, at the very least. That's not so great, but it's a bingo. A bingo's a bingo. What about 9-letter words? Or what about relenter? That's a word. Oh, it's not a word. Okay, pardon me. Relenter. Man, that's a good phony. I can't believe that's not a word. Linterer, lunterer, antlerer. That's pretty crazy. He swapped? Oh, that's so lucky. Okay, now I can actually look through the B. I do this thing where, like, if I have a good rack, I don't want to look through the letter on the board that I fear will get blocked. Because I feel like it's like induces my opponent somehow into just blocking said letter, and then I would have wasted my time and been very upset. I don't know if this happens to you guys either. Or as well. All right. Let's just play rentable. I don't see anything better than that. Unrentable is not a word, but we've drawn the second blank. Can you believe that? That is not fair. Resenter. Oh yeah, parvole. One would want so many hooks to be valid here. But now we have a very nice 100-point lead. However, Rex or Res could come down at any point, cutting our lead in half. So that's something to worry about. Exactly, right? Unrentable should be a word, but it's not. What about like parentable? Uprentable? I feel like lots of people's rents are uprentable. All right, that was very nice indeed, because now said threats of Rex and Res no longer exist. So that's nice. And 4 tiles in the bag. So we actually have this spot that was previously discussed. However, it's not the way we thought it would be. And by we, I mean me. I thought it would be some other way. But we have WE, which seems pretty good. Seems pretty good to me. Dustin has 33 seconds. Buy less candles? What? Wait, what is buy less candles about, Kaijo? Stop eating avocados? I agree with... Okay, wait, that also could be political. I agree with eating Fewer avocados. I don't like avocados at all. But if people want to eat avocados, I mean, who am I to stop them? Oh, there's overtime this game? Oh, I didn't know there was overtime. Ethylize. What should I do? I want to play off one letter and bingo out. Educator. I don't see anything that I can draw into. Sadly. Huh. I could play off iCat, and I can play off Kate. I don't think I have anywhere to play the V, so I'm just gonna play vid. Not vud, vid. Alright. There's an 8 in that rack? I almost saw whatever it is that the 8 is. Viduitic. Oh, playing off the U. Playing off the U. Yeah. I would have drawn into... Wait. Let me try to find it. Ooh, viricide, nice. NU hits 50%. That means the E. What could that possibly be? If I draw the E, VICIDE blank. It's not deceiver. Visitor? That can't be a word. What is Bynak talking about? Oh, chivied. Oh! Oh, Dado. I forgot about Dado again. Darn. Oh no. Dustin resigned. Why did Dustin resign? Wow, I was like, wait, what happened? Why did the game end? Dustin resigned. Good game, Dustin. I drew both blanks somehow late into the game. But you made a nice comeback. Resign gang. Yeah, I guess... I don't know, I guess the right place to resign would have been in the XI position. Potentially. Anyways, okay. So that is 1-1. We've won a game, we've lost a game. So that's okay. Maybe we can go 2-1 depending on who matches next. For example, Bynak. It's hard to beat Bynak. It's even harder to beat Wander 15. Dustin just couldn't find a play. Yeah. Probably just like CHEZ is a decent play there. But yeah, I probably... I almost had like oviduct. CH easy. There you go. Yeah, it means at the home of. I use that word actually pretty often. But I think it's mostly because I live in a bilingual city where we speak French. But I use the word to mean at the home of because it's a lot easier. Okay. Let's go to the menu and play a computer. We don't get a match. Let's play Gerchie, gifting a thank you Scrabble Kitty, gifting to the bot. Thank you, Gerchie, gifting to my bot for working, I imagine. Um, should I play a short game? Yeah, I'll play a short game. Sounds good, Gerchie. All right, taxi. Just horrible strategy. Isn't this a word? Manurial? Yeah. Illuminar. No, I play that. Okay, so we open with the bingo. Now we have the Q. But we should be able to play the Q for a decent score. Yeah, we can play cat and we can play through the U. So I think we're gonna go with cat. Kayak. Oh, Kaijo wants to play. Sure. Do you know how to challenge? I can help you out if you want to challenge and you've never done it before. Okay, Trop. That's good to see. Now the board is like totally dead. So I think I'm just gonna go for a Jun. I guess there's some plays still here that can appear and plays from the P. But this looks pretty good. Oh, ruminal was a 7-letter word. Correctamundo, Wander 15. Okay, now we are quite happy. Peel over? I don't even want to check that. Okay, look at this beautiful board. Look at this beautiful board, folks. No hooks. What? Neither of these words are valid. What in the world just happened? Refresh? What is refreshing gonna do? Okay. I still want to win. But now the bot is cheating. I don't know what to do. I don't know what words I can play and what words the bot can play. What? What? Oh wait, Niguiz is good? Or is just I thought Niguiz wasn't a word in NWL. Oh, it is. Okay. I thought okay, that's weird. Why did I think Niguiz wasn't a word? Oh, they added it recently? All right. Uh I'm so confused. Okay, maximum danger. Oh, if it has a blank, it's gonna play with eons. Oops, that was dumb. That was pretty dumb. Yeah. Just blocked everything, didn't it? Oops. Oops. It just blocked all my bingos. Okay, well... I don't know. I'm not down much. I'm not down much. All right, let's play on. Don't really know what to play on with. That's a terrible play, but I have no time. Osmeteria. Oh, that's a 9, right? It doesn't have 9s. Oh, but it blocked it anyways. All right. Pensives. Yeah, that would be cool. I think peeviness might be a word. Oh no, probably not. Maybe with 3 E's. Red baits. Oh my god. I have no time. Why am I taking any time at all on these decisions? I don't know. Uz. How is that? How? Okay, 13 seconds. I'm ahead 23. Oh, I just got a great draw though. I just got a great draw. 10 seconds. I think I got this. I think I have this. I don't see an out. Slightly concerning. Now I do. Woo! I beat the cheating bot. That's not a bug? Okay, so it's valid. It has a definition. Unbelievable. Okay, let's look at this. Where can we find... Is this the word search? Word finder. Uz. Used when you hesitate because you're not sure W hat to say. There's even a... There's a... Oh no, there isn't a space after the W. Okay. Huh. Yeah, the bot just like went into the interface and was like, I want to play Uz. I'm gonna make it a word. All right, well, is Uz even Collins? It's not. Uz is just not a word anywhere in any lexicon. It's not on the Merriam website, is it? I don't think it'll be on the Merriam website. You just got a list of 11,000 words to be added to Merriam that included bicycle and attempted. What? Oh my goodness. Bicycle and attempted. I guess the new thing to do is have words be valid even if they involve a stutter of some sort. Like lots of people have stutters. So yeah, why not add all the words that are stuttered upon? Um Unbelievable. That's really funny. Yeah, like it's not just the Merriam-Webster list. Like all of lexicons have errata or erratas. Some people like to say erratas because that is a word, erratas. But some of the words that are added to dictionaries are errors. They might be typological errors, they might be um, etymological errors, and some of them are really, really funny. Some of them are really, really funny, such as there is a point for I think around a month until people found out in the NWL or the TWL word list in North America where crabapple was a word, like crab apple, but it's a hook for babble, crabapple. I think there was a period of time. Um, what else was that one was the funniest ones. Funniest one. I think. Um, oh, can people autarkic with a K? Can people refresh my memory? There was also this really funny like common word that was misspelled. But I don't remember. I think strategy can remember these things. All right, I don't know. We beat the cursed word list. I've never seen that before. I guess I can use us now. I really thought Nigui didn't take an S. Um as well. So it was half as bad as I thought it was. Okay. So Kaijo wanted to challenge. I don't know if Kaijo's still here, but I'm ready to play anybody who wishes to challenge me on playscrabble.com. And actually, within North America, if you go to Scrabble.com, it'll direct you here as well. So you don't even have to put the play in. So Kaijo, do you know how to make a challenge? Yeah, some words are still valid, like herpes is, rabies is, not diabetes is. That's not a word. Okay, well, Kaijo, um, do you have a username? If you don't, you can log in as a guest, or you can just come in as a guest, and all you have to do is go to play a friend. Oh, you have a username. Okay, well, I can then match you. What is your username? Oops, not this. It's not what I meant to do. Oops, sorry, Purely. I didn't mean to do that. Purely, oh, I know who Purely is. I thought I clicked play a friend. Okay, your name is your name. That helps. Kaijo 55555. Oh, or your name. Uh, is it this one? Is it this one? I'm sending the challenge. I know he isn't the other Kyle F. Let me know if you received the challenge. If not, you should challenge me Axer typo. Yeah, so if not, you should challenge me the same way. Go to play a friend, then type in my username. Yeah, there are probably more than two. Yeah, that's the thing. But there's only one Axer typo, I think. Oh, there's 0 Axer typos, actually. No, I just can't match myself. Oh, recent opponents, Churro. 15 is good, Kaijo. 15 is good. And hopefully that works. Yes, it does. Fantastic. Fantastic, fantastic. All right, good luck, Kyle F. But not the Kyle F I challenged. All right. And yeah, when you challenge me, you get to go first, which is nice. Sig, you see, guys? What did we learn? Why is Sig so great? What have we learned? Vertical opening, that's one thing. What about other things? There are two other reasons why Sig is great. Sort of the G. Gertchie's on a roll. There's one more thing about the play of Sig that is really good. And that is not exposing vowels next to the double letter squares. That is why the Sig is such a good play. All right. And now what do? I don't have any scoring plays because of how great Sig was. I can play Juco. I think that's what I'm going to do. That's really all I see. I could play Juga, which is just worse. Although it does set up my O underneath, but still worse. So let's do this. Hey Purely, sorry about that game that I just abandoned. It's good to see you in here. I was trying to play Kaijo, but I clicked matchmaking instead of match a friend. That is my bad. But we might have time for one more game after this. So a bad gamer Milo is rooting for Kaijo, and yeah, maybe helped him find that nice play of Igniters. But I'm gonna come right back. Tie the game almost. So nothing too much to worry about here. We're behind a tempo and 8 points. But yes, Igniters looks pretty good. I guess Stingier might have been a better idea. Potentially. Stingier to not open this triple so nicely. But I'll take advantage of any mistakes that you choose to make against me. Because I am a mean person. And I need the luck as well. I've been getting rolled over by you guys lately. Oh, I can play Willy. Oh, I can't play Willy. Yeah, Wander 15. I know you just put us in the dictionary like a few minutes ago so that your Grandmaster Zoe friend could play it against me, but if you could just you know, help a brother out here, I would much appreciate it. Is Willy a word yet? Okay, but we don't have to know that. We don't have to know that. Wander 15. I mean, are we going to be creating some sort of will gate by adding the word to the dictionary? I don't think so. I think it'll go unnoticed. Okie dokie. Bifida, yes. Bifida was the igniter. Bifida was the spark. And none of this would have happened without Bifida, right? As some people might put it. All right, I'm actually out of ideas here. Gam was a great play, didn't give anything back. Yeah. Wilja. Lilo. I might just exchange. Yeah. I think exchanging makes sense here. I could play Lilo. Or I can't play Lilo. Lilo's a bad word? I guess Lilo, or maybe it's a what do you call it? Trade name. There you go. That's why it's not a word. All right, so we swap. We keep LE, I think. Seems fine. And wow, what a draw. What a draw. But yeah, trademarks are not valid in Merriam-Webster either. Huh. So we have a bingo, but we also have some cool plays like this. It's gonna be hard to choose between those. You're welcome, or I guess Scrabble Kitty can say you're welcome if Scrabble Kitty were here. Thank you, Scrabble Kitty, my trusty, or not as trusty as it used to be, Define bot is killing it in chat today. She woke up and she will not stop until everything is defined or anagrammed or anything. So yeah, if we trademark UHS, then it won't be a word anymore and we'll fix the problem. But unfortunately, that's not the definition they have. All right, he also swapped. So we get to play this, or we get to play this. Now, you might say 72 points. That's better than 67 points, and I would say yes. But putting the S here without knowing how many tiles were exchanged, that is very valuable. It could even be more than 5 points valuable for my opponent. Really could be. So I'm actually having a think here. The good thing is with Scolded, there's a little bit of a boundary, a wall between these letters. So if something happens here, stuff can happen here as well. I don't know that that means anything though in the context of this position. The C, very useful in starting words. Okay, I'm gonna play it this way. I'm gonna sacrifice the 5 points and hope I don't get burned for it. You think it's bananas best? Interesting. Uh, evadable, was that valid? Yeah, evadable. What about this? No. Evictable? Okay, so Facer comes down. I want to believe that he had a 7-letter word that does not fit because I didn't put the S out there. I want to believe that. Bivalved. Oh wait, is that one good? Okay, let me try to remember while I lay the play on the board. Univalve doesn't take an S, but bivalved does. I'm pretty sure this is a word. Okay, good. All right, let's play it. There's something about the valve words that are weird. I have high veld. Okay, well, there's something weird about the valve words. So maybe it's that tri-valved isn't a word. That's possible. Hmm. What is it that isn't? Yeah, exactly. There you go. Tri-valve. Tri-valved is only good in Collins. Yeah. Silly. That's one of the inconsistencies that exist in the NWL dictionary. But yeah, playing bivalved is great. I've never played that word before, so I had to take it over the 89 pointer that Binac pointed out. Bivalent. Inequivalve. Wow. Hmm. Yes, protecting the community. That's why I played bivalved. To protect the Scrabble community. I have low veld. I have low, but there's nowhere to play veld. Alright, vowelize. Just Zowie seems fine. Hmm. Let's go for it. Um, People debating in chat why trivalve should or shouldn't be a word. I love to see it. It just means you care about our game. If you're upset about certain words existing, it means you care about Scrabble. So what I try to do in my day-to-day life within the Scrabble community is I try to harness that negative comment that people always make, like this and this should be a word, this shouldn't be a word, and try to harness that and take what's positive from that. And the positive thing is you care about the community, you care about Scrabble, if you care about what's a word, then I take that and that turns to gold. That just turns into what we need for the community. We need that energy. We need people just doing everything they can to put the community first. And that's my speech. That's my speech. I hope you enjoyed. I tried to make it better, but I'm more concerned with the Scrabble community than the level of my speeches. Okie doke. Face roar. And Kaijo is stream sniping. Kaijo has outed himself as a stream sniper. Unbelievable. You guys see this? What do I do now? Now that I know he's listening. Oh, that Kaijo guy. Oh man, I'm glad I have to play him because whenever he's in chat, it's just so annoying, you know? Oh, he was in chat earlier? Oh, he's in chat now. Oh man. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean it, Kaijo. I didn't mean it. I was just kidding around. You know, it's a Twitch thing. Okay. I want to make a play. Like the ideal play would be something like Abali, because it takes care of the B column and scores well. But I might have to just play Ably. Lots of consonants to come. Maybe a by. Not too sure here. I think I'm getting a bit tunnel vision. Adorably royal, AYE. Yeah, I'm getting tunnel vision for sure here. I really should just make a good play. That would be nice for a change. Maybe just royal. Abraze Collins. Okay. I have no idea. Absolutely no clue what to do here. Just gonna make a bad play. Oh no, Gerchi. Instead of suggesting bad plays, I'm going to say stuff like, let me think. Oh, I have a bingo. I have a bingo, guys, through this eye of bivalved. I have a bingo, guys. I hope he doesn't block this eye of bivalved. That was supposed to work. That was supposed to make him think that I was kidding. What? That was supposed to work. Unbelievable. All right, well, I guess we got someone who's way more five head than me over here. Oh man. All right. We're up 20. It's fine. Is this a word? Oh no, it's Merriam-Webster, of course. Like there's no like I don't think intermittent will be allowed, so there's no reason to even go for something like that. Unless I just want to be sad. All right. I am already pretty sad, but I don't want to be more sad. Is this crazy? Yes, it is. Oh no. Wait, what just happened? What do you mean? What do you mean Wander 15? What just happened? I just set up my A. I just set up my A that he probably doesn't have an A. Yeah, he blocked my bingo after I was like trying to misdirect him. Like I was trying to use reverse psychology on him because he's stream sniping. And it didn't work. So yeah, that happened, Wander 15. And now I've just set up an A for Alar, and there's only one A unseen, so I decided that I would make that play. Gerchi, I know. We don't have to talk about the fact that that seems to be his only bingo. We don't have to talk about it. But yeah, I think the worst bug of all is when I lose games. I don't really know how that happens, but I think the devs need to fix that because it's not a good look, you know. Oh, you get that bug too? It's not just me. Okay. Yeah, see, it's not, it's a widespread bug. How do you have the A? How did he have the A? What is happening? Oh. Oh man. All right. How in the world am I supposed to win now? Oof, 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 oof. Yeah. This is bad, guys. He has way more time than me, too. Things are getting serious out here. Very, very serious. It's almost spelled out. It's hard. I guess it's somewhat hard with this rack to like not randomly spell out one of the valid anagrams. Very close. Let's fix it. There you go. Okay. This is okay. I think they've fixed the bug. I think they fixed the bug where I keep losing, but we'll see at the end of this game. We'll see. Yeah, maybe now that I see that Zoe, the Grandmaster bot, hacked to make us a valid word. Wow, that is a nice find. Um yeah, maybe I've learned from the best. All right. Arsenite, stearine, trainees. There's already a I can't play retinas, so I don't really know what to do if I can't play retinas. Tertians, nattier, entreats, iterans is not. Yeah, I guess I should just play a Nestri then, right? Alars isn't good. Uh, so Nestri 74, Retsina 72, 73, yeah. Oops, sorry about that. Loud noise. Inertia's rainiest. Alright. There you go. I know, I always play retinas. Always. Oh, I could have played it. Yeah, I could have played retinas through the E. That's true. All right. Um, is the play Fen? I'm up only 16. Oh, EY. That is not the play. I guess I can't really worry too much. Hmm. I just have to move. Okay. Splodged. If he somehow gets a bingo through the E, he'll be Q stuck. Okay, I'm fine here. Unit. Who knows? Chess Bunzo gifting a subscription to Tactics. Thank you so much. Congratulations to Tactics. Okay, but this is bad because I can't go out next turn. So he might have some interesting tactics here. That could win him the game. Such as putting me overtime. I couldn't find a way to go out in 2. Alright, well I need to find my plays. So I have this. That seems pretty good. What else do I have? What else? Come on, brain. Just play nub. Yeah, this is too close for comfort, for sure. Huh. Binac says I'm fine here? What does that even mean? I think I'm fine here. Am I wrong to feel that way? Did I like give... I had to block pledgers. I had to block pledgers. Don't go into overtime is true. I mean, this game does have overtime, Mangrasani. No, pledgers. Pledgors. I had to block that. Oh, gospeled even, yeah. But now, like, he might be able to score a lot of points and win the game still. Oh, dog sleep? Dog sleep? That's an interesting word. Yeah. But if he has some sort of like way to score over 2 turns, he's only down 50. So if he's able to score like 60 in 2 turns, he might be able to win still. Oh, gospel is not a word. Okay. Yeah. So pledgers. Pledgers had to be blocked. My pledger. But is there even a word like Ross or Res or Riss or Russ? I don't think he can hook intermits. But PSI, yeah, I don't know. It'd be pretty hard to come up with a win here, I think. But I have no time. Absolutely no time. Do nub. Yeah, I don't really know. What would he do? Like PSI, PST? Ugh. This is rough. He's gonna go into overtime though. That might help me. But yeah, I mean, this is a position where I would take a really long time if I were Kyle. Just trying to work some win out, like maybe slog underneath Zowie for 24. Slog. Then what? He says he can't find the win. Slog. Slop? Is slop even a word? Slop is valid. Okay, Sego. All right. Very good. Slop. Yeah, I don't know my fours. But we do have Chandler and Joey. Wait, what is that? I don't understand. Okay. Good game, Kyle. Good game. All right, we have one more game from Sharp Guest. Yeah, guys, I have to tell you, like, if you know, Kirchi, thank you so much. Kirchi, gifting a sub to Kaijo. But if you know that somebody is paying attention to what I'm saying and is paying attention to chat, it's already like, you really want me to lose, don't you? Binac especially just wants me to lose. All right, good luck to Sharp Guest. Like, he obviously is just like, he really just wants me to fail. Binac, you just want me to fail. I know I said splodge out loud, but then it actually happened. So I had to like roll it back. And you weren't letting me. You were just like, I always feel like so obligated to respond to chat. And he wasn't letting me. He wasn't letting me roll it back. Um Yeah, I know he saw or heard splodge, but you have to find the spot for it that was like over here. It just looked weird that it still fit over here. So just like, Vidak, give me a break, man. I wanted to win. No, it's all good. It's all good. I'm feigning being upset at Binac because we're competitive, me and him. But it worked. Okay, I didn't spoil the win for the game for myself. All right. Um Oh, you saw the spot and thought it wouldn't work? Dude, you had me. You had me. You got into a position where I could not win. You got into a position where I literally could not win. I can't believe I just drew that T. So, doesn't matter. To me, I would say it doesn't matter since it wasn't a tournament, wasn't a game that actually meant anything. It doesn't matter that you missed said win. What matters is that you got me into a dead lost position. And it was just a matter of you finding the play that won the game. And that you can work on. That you will get better at as time goes by. So there's nothing to worry about on that end. Obviously, you want to win, but in my head, you won the game. In my head, you already won the game because I was dead. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't block both spots. So, yeah, and this happens like chess grandmasters too when they do like banner blitzes and stuff. They're always just like, "Wow, you outplayed me. Like I should have lost." And it's like not necessarily true what they say, but the point is that you got yourself into a winning position against somebody who's supposed to beat you. And so, yeah, that's worth a lot more than just a win. Like Kaijo, the first time I played Kaijo, he's pretty new in the Scrabble community. First time I ever played Kaijo, Scrabble Club, he beat me. He beat me. He took me down. It was painful. Really, really painful. So you already have that on your resume, man. Why do you? But yeah, but why do you want? Why do you? I mean, whatever you think, it was a fluke win. Whatever you want to think that it was a fluke win, it's a win. It doesn't matter whether it was a fluke or not. If you want to think it was a fluke, that's fine. I don't want you to. Then I don't want you to fluke me again until I feel you've gotten good, gotten really really good. I don't want it, but I do want it. I want the best for you, man. Mixed messages. Oh, we're playing English UK. Uh, oops, I didn't even realize. Okay, does that change anything? I didn't even see QIN. I think that doesn't change anything. What do you mean, Dustin? What's wrong? Why is everybody against me? He noticed. What? Should I fish for King Haosu? Should I fish for QINGHAOSU? Should I play DOGE off? Googhead. DOGE. Where do I play off DOGE? Oh, I keep hitting my mic. Sorry, guys. DOGE. Nah, I can't do it. My opponent's probably too good. Gonna punish me for that if I do it. Okay, go. What to do here? Dogged? Cagged? Oh wait, is Goog good? Oh, Goog is good. But Will sort of gave that to me. Will sort of gave that to me, that's a word. But that's fine. Everybody's been cheating today, you know? Everybody, even the bot's been cheating in some way. Except for Kaijo. Yeah, Kaijo wasn't cheating at all. Of course not. Gerchi, he knows. He knows. A Goge? Why would I ever think that was a valid word, Wanderer 15? Why, like, how would I ever come up with that? That's what I want to know. Dome head? Sorry, I thought that might be a word. Uh, um. Hmm. Don't I have some word here? Okay, B A B C D E F G H I J K L M Metalhead MNOP QRS Wait. Chedarim, yeah. S T U V W X Y Z. I don't see anything. Oh, headmen. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Why didn't I see headmen until I already went through the entire alphabet? Maybe I'm cheating. Maybe I was looking at chat. Homemade. Ooh. That's really nice. Homemade. Beautiful. Beautiful finds. Yeah, always good to learn the alphabet. That's what I was doing. I was just teaching you guys the alphabet. No other reason. Oh, nice play. Hmm. Figurehead men is fougère. Some Collins word. Hmm. I guess there's like this. I don't like that at all for various reasons. Doogie. Get away. I don't want to use you yet. I don't want to use you, blank. All right, well, Fuji, Fui. I have no idea. F. Oh, maybe like this. Oh man. All right, I'm just gonna play FIE. Seems horrible. Really, really bad. Very bad play. Having to depend on a very good draw. I had no idea what to do there. Probably missed something somewhat obvious. Oh, like FEU. That's obvious. FEU, a lot better. Even though it only scores 20 and opens a triple. And then I would have had 3 eyes. FEU, for sure. Yeah, Dustin played Blub, so Dustin won. I don't know why people like that word so much, but it's all good. Yeah, Gershi, where is your CSW dictionary now with its consistency if head women isn't a word? um, Eugenia. Dinge. No. No. Okay. I don't know what to do again. I guess I'll just play Dane. Just score some points, open some bingo lanes for my opponent. Definitely not what I wanted to do in that position. Oh, I could have played DUI, or PIU, I mean. Because there were no X's to worry about. PIU for 5, and then bingo somewhere. Probably. Zygan. Guayacas. Ooze. Cuz. Sometimes it's just good to, you know, read things out to a certain point. Then it becomes very annoying. If I ever become annoying, let me know, chat. And they're gonna say I'm annoying now. But when I just try to work things out, sometimes I find great words. Oh, awesome, best. Be happy. I'm sure Will would be happy to send a raid Austin's way. Zoo. Aw, thank you, Gerchie. That was unexpected. Pulse, okay. So blocking cuz. Could just play Zig. Yeah, maybe just Zig. Or is there some way to set up the Z? I could play you now. Can I set up my Z? I mean, ag is a Z setup, but it's a really bad one. Bez is a word. Uncia, Unica. All right, I'm just gonna go with Zig. That's a lot of annoying T emotes in chat. Thank you guys for all the love and support. For this channel, and for all Scrabble channels on the internet. Wait. Cure. Turaku? Is there a word? I'm thinking of some word that. Oh, I have a 7-letter word. Doesn't fit. Not that. That would be nice if it fit somewhere. You guys are awesome. Kura. Ooh, thank you. Oh, LOC isn't a word, right? All right. Let's go. And I'm not thinking of this. That's not a word, right? Oh, it is. Okay. That's what I was thinking of. But it's not good with the O. That's a poggers play. Chat doesn't care. Chat is tired of me. Chat's like, just win the game already. Yeah, Turaku is not good, but Turaku is a word. I phoned with Turacao before. Turacao. And got away with it. Who is this person in chat? Scrabble saying we want hours and hours more of Josh, don't we, folks? I don't know. That person seems very sus. I wouldn't believe them. Okay. Troll. CEO of Scrabble Incorporated. Oh, yeah. I mean, that inspires confidence, though. So I don't really know. Yeah, I wanted to play Troll, but I couldn't. Oh man, look at this terrible situation here. That is not, we don't like to see that happen to anybody. All right. Anti Wandaist. Yeah, it makes you think, right, Bess? Makes you think. Who is there are two Scrabbles. One is spelled with letters and one is spelled with letters and numbers. But maybe they're the same person. Maybe they're the same person. So I don't have a bingo here, I don't think. I think I just need to make some play. Hmm. Yeah. Is data's good in columns? I forget. It isn't. All right, Ditas. Ditas is the play. And I'm gonna go out for 10, for 10, for 10. Oh, I am a smart cookie. This was all planned. This outplay was all planned. I saw it earlier and never forgot about it. Just like I never forgot about the dado hook earlier. All right, let's go. Good game, sharp guest. You definitely played some sharp words. I just got the lucky headman and then the other blank. That was it. GG, rip, yeah. It's a good way to go. Thanks everybody for joining. I know it went a little late. That's all good. We'll see you guys back next week. And I think we're going to start having some fun extra things going on these streams while we await further features on playscrabble.com. But I have been Josh Sokol. I have been Thursday. I have been beaten by Jaco Music, and I was able to beat Dustin, Kaijo, Sharp Guest, and the cheating grandmaster who made up a 3-letter word. Anyways, it's a lot of fun. Really appreciate everybody being here, and we're rating Austin, who's I think about to play Battle Royale. So thank you everyone, and we'll see you over there.